What's up, fam? Welcome in. How are y'all doing? So, unannounced live, which they all are unannounced lives. But I was going to go out and work today doing Uber or Dash, and they are not doing good. So, I'm here giving you the news that you hopefully can use or share with someone who possibly can use this. This came across my timeline last night, but it was late and I did not want to do a late video. So I'm going to do an early video because I probably have about 2 more videos that are going to come out today. So definitely, if you don't have your notifications on, if you are not even subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on because that is basically how you will know that I am live or that I have a new video. And in most cases, notifications don't always go through, so you may have to turn your notifications off and turn them back on. So that being said, let's get into a little bit of news you can use, and then I will get into the comments because I do see you coming in, but I want to make sure that the people who want the news can get it immediately. And if they want to stay, that's a bonus. I appreciate each of you that stay around for, me basically giving you a shout out is what it is. So let's see. So it says New York wildfire, and put a 1 in the chat, y'all, if you can see this. Good morning, Irma. Good morning, Miss Newton's big family. Good morning, Thasha. While I'm waiting to see if y'all can see that, I'm just going to go ahead and greet the ones that were kind enough to come right on in. Hey, Anita. Hey, S. Taylor. Thanks for the 1. Ransom's here. Caitlin, Sandra, and Jamie is in the house. And to the ones that are in the bushes that have not chimed in, that is fine with me. Watch, whatever. I appreciate it all. So let's get back to the story. New York wildfire breaks through, 160 homes evacuated as blazes keep Northeast at risk. This is something that I did not see coming. Like, it's not good. So hopefully they were able to evacuate seamlessly and could grab what they could at that moment, because you don't know if you're going to be returning to your home that's still there or your home that's no longer there. So definitely important to create some kind of go bag and include food in that as well as clothing, weather related. Firefighters were operating under high risk that flames would spread Sunday as they took on a wildfire on the New York, New Jersey border that broke a containment line and prompted more than 160 homes to be evacuated the previous night. My throat never bothers me until I start doing this. Okay. The voluntary evacuation allowed fire personnel to confront the Jennings Creek wildfire uninterrupted overnight and will remain in place until Monday as those efforts continue. And then on Monday, which is today, they're going to reassess. So let's see. Efforts overnight by both local and regional firefighters to protect structures were successful, and no structures are presently in danger. Residents had been allowed to return home in an early evening announcement. Warwick officials said the Orange County state emergency was extended. They also asked those in the evacuation area to shelter in place so firefighters could continue doing their jobs. Officials have said the blaze, which began November 8th and has burned more than 5,000 acres across both states, is about 90% contained. Now, that is a plus when you think about what California was dealing with their fire, which was not contained at all. But the jump over the containment line required an emergency response that involved asking hundreds of Warwick residents to voluntarily leave their homes and opening a shelter at a local middle school. Someone said we got home, packed up just like the essentials, everything that we had in the safe, like important papers, and then we came here. So that's good to hear that they had enough time to at least get those important documents and other items. Crews have been dousing the flames with water dropped from New York Air National Guard helicopters and have the blaze boxed in by fire lines. The New York State Police said on social media Sunday, it previously said the fire had expanded by just 4 or 5 acres. The small section of the fire that breached the containment line did not reach the contingency line. So here is the picture of, wow, can you imagine you're living down below and you look up and that is what you're seeing? That is hell. So it says weather conditions have presented a challenge to suppressing the fire, and no rain that might help the cause is expected until possibly Thursday. So it's still burning, although it is being contained, but you know, a flick of the wind or whatever, this could actually take off again. So the National Weather Service issued a statement on Sunday warning about the elevated risk of wildfire spreading in the New Jersey county of Bergen, Excess, Hudson, Passaic, and Union. All of New Jersey and Southeast New York State have endured the worst parts of an ongoing drought that stretches from Virginia to Massachusetts, exacerbating fire danger. Last week, New York governor banned outdoor burning across the state through the rest of November because of those dry conditions. New York confronts brush fires in Manhattan's Inwood Hill Park and Brooklyn's Prospect Park have drawn attention to the marked increase in those incidents this year in New York City, whose fire department said it had responded to an unprecedented 229 of them in just 2 weeks from October 29th to November 11th. So I'm going to cover Sara, the storm. But first, let's do an update and see what's going on with, hold on, let me stop sharing this for a second. Let me do an update to California. Let's see. I don't see an update. This is like the only update I see. So right now is saying that as of November 10th, I don't see like a more recent one. They have containment now at 31%. That's all I really wanted to see on that. So let's go to the story that I already had prepared for y'all. Or one that I didn't have prepared, but I just saw it. So we're going to cover Sara. Let's see. So Sara has calmed down, y'all, but they say she could still impact Florida Gulf Coast this week. So Florida is definitely bracing to see which way what she's going to do. It says Tropical Storm Sara has finally, can y'all see that? Hold on. Okay, it's up there. 40 inches of rain to Honduras, but the storm could bring some tropical moisture to Florida and the northern Gulf Coast. The National Hurricane Center issued its last advisory on Sara at 3 a.m., although it warned additional rainfall is expected over northern Honduras. Let's see. They say she's not expected to strengthen, so that is a plus. But, you know, water is always something that you have to worry about with any storm, not just the wind, water. Let's see. But good news is hurricane season, I think, ends November 30th. And over here, let's get into this winter weather. Did that come up? Yeah, it did. Oh, somebody's shooting. They said winter weather warnings across the United States. This is going to say where snow could be seen as of this past weekend. This is dated November 15th, and I forgot to get to it for y'all, but it still matters. So it says heavy snow and ice could cause havoc across western United States over the weekend, as winter weather advisories and warnings have been issued by the National Weather Service. It has already been a cold week on the West Coast with two storm systems coming in from the Pacific Ocean. They have brought snow, freezing rain, and bitter temperatures. Are y'all prepared yet for winter, or are y'all still preparing? They have brought snow, freezing rain, bitter temperatures to the region, with forecasters expecting these conditions to continue over the next 2 days. 7 states all have various winter weather-related warnings and advisories over the weekend: Alaska, California, Montana, Maine, Nevada, Utah, and Wyoming. Some places are expected to see somewhere between 1 to 3 inches of snow, while others are expected to see larger amounts ranging from 8 to 13 inches. So in Alaska, the National Weather Service in Juneau issued a winter storm warning for the Skagway and White Pass areas of the state. Heavy snow with accumulations of up to 9 inches is expected to fall throughout the day on Friday. Let's see, wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. California, parts of Northern California are under winter weather advisories. I think when I was little, I used to think it never snows in California. Almost like that song, It Never Rains in Southern California. But anyway, with between 4 to 10 inches of snow expected, the areas under these warnings are Quincy, Chester, and Blue Canyon, California. "13 inches of snow are expected also in the Yosemite Valley region in Central California on this past Friday. The warning from the National Weather Service office in Hanford, California, also said travel could be very difficult in that area. Montana have several inches of snow are forecasted in the southeastern part of the state. Up to 8 inches of snow are expected along the Highway 12 area from Garrison to Elliston. The advisory also extends to Georgetown Lake, McDonald Pass, and Homestake Pass. Whew. Let's see. Here's Yellowstone. Speaking of, do y'all watch Yellowstone? Oh my gosh. I can't miss an episode. Episode 1 started last Sunday, and I cried. Because I am a Kevin Costner fan. And even though he's still with the show, but he's not he's choosing not to be on the show because of so many projects I guess he has going on. But man, why they had to do that to him? Anywho, Maine, getting back to the news, Maine moving to the East Coast, freezing rain is forecasted across some parts of the state. The National Weather Service office in Gray, Maine, said that this type of rain could be seen near the U.S. border with Canada on this past Saturday. Nevada, back west, Reno is subject to a winter weather advisory that is expected to last until Friday afternoon with rain and snow in that region. The greater Lake Tahoe area is also expected to see up to 3 inches of snow. I hope these people, I'm pretty sure they are prepared because they should be used to the snow. Unlike, North Carolina, we don't get snow regularly. We do get it, but we don't get it regularly. I've been here 3 years now, and the first year I was here, it snowed. So I'm thinking we're due for a wet winter here in North Carolina. Let's see. Utah, 6 to 12 inches are forecast in the Wasatch Mountain. I think that's how you say it. Between Friday and Saturday. Driving conditions to be bad in these areas: Sardine Canyon, Parley's Canyon, Big Cottonwood Canyon, and Little Cottonwood Canyon. Wyoming is expected to get 4 to 6 inches in the Teton and Gros Ventre Mountains between this past Friday and Saturday. So I don't know if they got that or not, but hopefully they were prepared for it. We need to be preparing now, people. Let's see. And I think that is it with the news that I had for you guys. Just wanted to update you on those evacuations with the fire in California, and then also the weather, Sara, and the snow. Oh, come on, mouse. What do y'all have planned for this week, though? Let's see what they're saying. They're talking about snow, rain to slam the U.S. as winter storms ramp up ahead of early Thanksgiving travel. Do you have something planned? That is a good question. Let me share this. I think it's a video with it. We'll just do the video. Well, I have to do some talking. That way they don't copyright me, because they like to do that. I'm about to share my screen. Give me a second. It's on a commercial right now. So they say a powerful, hold on, just done. Pause. Had to pause it, y'all. Okay, so they're saying a powerful winter storm is set to blast portions of the U.S. with accumulating snow, cold temperatures, strong winds, and rain, just as millions of people across the country prepare to travel early for Thanksgiving. The first widespread winter storm of the season is the second in a pair of storms set to sweep across the U.S. this week. The first storm system is already underway and producing severe weather across the southern plains, including several severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in portions of Texas and Oklahoma. As it moves off to the north this week, Arctic air will collide with the storm, setting the stage for widespread snow across the Dakotas and potentially into portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Strong winds are expected to develop on the western side of the system on Tuesday, with wind gusts reaching 50 to 60 miles per hour in the Dakotas. And these are the areas right here. Let's see. Is forecasted that travel along Interstate 29 from Fargo, North Dakota to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Interstate 94 from Fargo to Bismarck, North Dakota could be hazardous as the rain transitions to snow. On Wednesday, cities such as Minneapolis, as well as Green Bay and Milwaukee in Wisconsin, will be on alert for the potential of snow showers throughout the day as colder air wraps around the storm system. Y'all, it's coming in. It's coming in full force. Okay. We saying winter storms, and it's not even technically winter yet. So what's to come is probably going to be worse. But God will see us through that as long as we are getting ourselves prepared as best we can. Because right now, I mean, we're facing a lot of stuff. Homes are up. Price of food is up. Utility bills are up and continuing to go up. So you just have to say, but God, but God. Obviously, I'm on the phone. Why are you still calling me? Okay, I mean, I'm on the computer or whatever. According to the Fox forecast, let's see. It's going to be a widespread impact. A powerful low pressure system is expected to form in the Ohio River Valley and the Great Lakes. Oh, Lord, have mercy. The new low will significantly test it. I can't even talk now. I'm thinking about something else. The new low will significantly intensify as it spins over the Great Lakes later this week, bringing the threat of high winds across the region into the eastern U.S. So that's what's going on with that. It's more to the article, but I just want to go up here and do the video. I just needed to read a little bit about the article before I actually show it. Why is my volume down low? I hope y'all could hear me.
There's going to be a second storm that develops, another area of low pressure out here later on this week. Look at this. This is going to be some rain for the Northeast. And then we're going to get some snow in parts of the interior Northeast. Heavy snow. Again, this is late this week up in parts of the Appalachians there, especially in West Virginia. And we could see the first snowflakes of the season for parts of the Great Lakes. We may even get some lake effect snow that develops on the backside of the system. We will keep you updated with that. Another thing that's coming with all of this stormy activity is just much colder air on the backside of this system. This is going to be a big story. You look at a couple of cities here, Chicago, Cincinnati, Buffalo. These are all cities that are going to experience a huge cool down through the middle and end parts of the week. And you can really see on these maps here, check this out. These are the departures from average temperature that are forecast. So it just shows you how far above or below average our temperatures are forecast to be. And you notice the coldest of the air here in the west on Tuesday. On Wednesday, it starts to move into the plains. And then this is really going to be where a lot of people are going to notice it here, I think, on Thursday. And even into Friday, where temperatures are going to be pretty well below average. It's a blast of Arctic air. All these things are kind of intertwined together. When you get an area of low pressure, it usually comes along with a trough like this. When you've got a trough, that's something that allows cold air to come in from the north. And as you get deeper into the season here, this time of year, the air tends to be colder and colder from our friends up in Canada. So cold, windy. We're going to have a wind chill factor as well. Let me talk about some of the low temperatures that we're forecasting here. Again, this is Tuesday morning. Pay attention to some of these cities out here where you'll be in the 40s in the morning on Tuesday. And then we progress into Wednesday morning. All of a sudden, we're down in the 30s. And then some spots start to get down into the 20s. But again, the problem here, as that, of course, continues to spread toward the east and some of the southern cities here, like Nashville and Atlanta, down in the 30s Friday morning, is that we're going to have some pretty strong wind along with this. So don't be surprised if we see wind chills down in the teens, especially in parts of the plains and the Midwest Thursday morning. That is not going to feel very good at all. And you can see the differences here between the high temperatures on Tuesday and the low temperatures overnight, or the low temperatures Thursday morning. This is going to be kind of a quick turnaround, big changes in the temperature, extremely noticeable stuff here. So a place like Cincinnati, high of 67, maybe some places getting up around 70 or so on Tuesday, and then Thursday morning's low at 34. And with the wind chill, it's going to feel more like the 20s because we're going to have some wind along with that as well. So yeah, this is going to be some very noticeable cold. Look at that video, Hamburg, New York, back in January. Was that a different year? I think that was a lot of sea spray there. Unbelievable. There's Cincinnati just below me. Be prepared for some cool air, and we're going to get some precip for you guys as well coming up later on this week.
Yeah, y'all, that's a lot. Okay. The weather is truly, truly changing up. And with the quickness, I was just looking at my weather app on my phone, and like today was 41. Yesterday was colder. Today was 41 as our low. And we were going to get up to around 68, 70 degrees today. And then they're calling for a little bit of rain tomorrow. But then as the week goes on, the highs are in the 50s and the lows are in the 30s. And I'm actually looking on here. Our first freeze is going to be Sunday. It may end up being Friday. No, it may end up being that on Saturday because it's supposed to be 33. But then on Sunday, it's supposed to be 32 degrees and with a high of 55. So definitely the cold weather is coming in. If you have not prepared, your home, please start now. Make sure that you have any pipes that are on the outside that aren't covered. Make sure you're covering them up. Don't wait until the day before if you can help it, because then you're going to be scrambling to try to find things, and you'll probably end up having to use a towel or whatever to wrap around those pipes. But definitely start now and keeping your home stocked up and having some form of backup power along the way. Power outages can happen, and they can happen in the craziest times when you're like, oh my God, nothing else could happen. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. So definitely keep stocking up. Let's see. Let me greet some people maybe I haven't seen, and then we can get out of here because I need to. What time is it? Yeah, I gotta go. S. Taylor is in here. Random is in here. Thank you for being here. Living for a purpose. We all should be living for a purpose. Hey, Joe, how are you? Good morning to you. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Jamie. Chosen one. I see you, Anita. Hey, Pert. How you doing this Monday morning? I'm staying prayed up personally because I tell you, I feel like the enemy is coming for me this week, and it started this weekend. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Beatrice. Hey, Dolores. Hey, Thai. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Lori. Hey, G2, the baby. Y'all, if you have a YouTube channel, type in the comments, I have a YouTube channel. I don't ask the people to do that in every video, so don't do that in every video. But I feel like, you know, if you have a YouTube channel, put in there, I have a YouTube channel. Maybe somebody will come and check out your channel. And if I see it in here, then I will shout you out. Hey Martin, how are you today? You're welcome, Beth. Thank you for being here, Nurse Petty. I like that, Nurse Petty. Hey Butterfly. Thank you, Nurse Petty. I need it. I need it. Hey Edward, how are you today? I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed week. Do not allow the things that come against you to stick. Let that thing just roll on off of you, because once it starts sticking to you, it's like a downward spiral. Hey, oh wait a minute. Hey JR, how are you today in South Carolina? I was trying to get to South Carolina this weekend because my mama was like in Columbia instead of Charleston. And I was like, oh, that'd be a shorter ride for me. But I had just paid some bills. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Hey, Lauren. I am Anita. Eileen. Still preparing for extra heat backup. I know you got to do what you could do on your budget, you know, because if you try to do more, you're going to be stressing, and I don't feel like stressing about it personally. And honestly, if something happened and I don't have a particular item, it just is what it is. I'm going to have to make do. I'm going to have to figure something out, because I'm not going to sit here and stress, because all this stuff is expensive. Food is expensive. These backup power sources are expensive. Now you can get your flashlights for cheap still, but you know, the other kind of backup power, that's it's expensive. I get it. It's sunny in Hanford, California. Okay. 59 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Thank you, Butterfly. You have a blessed day as well. I'm trying to see if there's anybody I didn't see. Propane went up $8. Wow. Are they gouging y'all in Asheville, Grant? I gotta get my fuel, my tank. I'm not gonna get it full. Usually I pay to get it, you know, filled all the way. It's like, what is it, 3 something? But they only put like they leave space, so they only put like maybe $2.75 or something like that in there. That's expensive. Okay. It was last year $3 and either 69 or 89 cents. I'm pretty sure they probably have gone up. So I'm dreading even making that phone call. You too, Jose. Hey, Sherry. No longer in California, but we are at 35 right now. I had 6 days rain. Wow. This morning clear and the moon is beautiful. Oh my gosh, the moon was mooning, okay, the past few nights. I thought I had my porch light, well, not my porch light, but my light by the garage. I thought that was on. It was so bright out there. Like I looked out the window and it was like pitch black, but well, it should have been pitch black at the time I looked out the window. I could see my husband's car. I could see. I was like, this is I think what they said, the hunter's moon or something like that. You know, where God still gives you that light and you can go out and get the meat for your family. I mean, stretch our dollars. I like the name of that. I really pray that everyone starts clearance shopping and prep even more. I hope the same thing, stretch our dollars. Oh, you are? You going there for Thanksgiving? Or are you working, Michael? Going to Portland. Is it just me, or does it seem like things are getting progressively worse by the minute? Every year. Every year. But what I'm finding ironic is I was reading an article and I was like, do I want to do this article? No. So I'm just going to touch on it. I was reading an article and it was about Ukraine and Russia, and how all of a sudden, to me, this is how it comes off. All of a sudden, Ukraine wants to, I mean, they said they wanted to end the war, but, I haven't seen them really trying actively to end the war. That being said, all of a sudden, they want to end this war in 2025. And I have a theory on that, and y'all can let me know, and then we can go. Okay, so my theory is, for the past 4 years, well, Biden's been in office. I'm not going to make this political, but it's a little political. So Biden's been in office. And then when this war started with Russia, Ukraine was, give me money, give me money, give me money, send me weapons, send me weapons, send me weapons. And the U.S. was like, here you go, here you go, here you go, get this, you get that. We're not going to use our weapons. And, we're not going to let them use our weapons, in Russia, whatever. Then as the 4 years were winding down, all of a sudden, okay, we got troops on the ground. We got weapons being used now, slated to be used in the near future, maybe in weeks or days, in Russia, the middle of Russia. But Ukraine is now like, we need to end this war in 2025. I believe they need to end this war in 2025 because they feel like their bank is closing, because Biden gonna be gone and their bank is closing, and they're not gonna be able to get any more money, any more weapons. Where's all that money going though, for real though? I just want to know. And why we can't get none of it. Why they can't tap out of that fund. And I know everything has a fund, so don't come for me and say everything you can't just use. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If there is a need, you can go into another fund that belongs to something else and use it for the purpose that you need to use it for. Of course, you got to get approval, but you need to do that. I think that could have been done. I think when they saw the food prices going up, when they saw that the farmers were not able to grow how they used to grow because of money, because of weather, because of whatever reason, that money could have went to farmers. Some of that money could have went to we, the people who put you there. And even if we didn't put you there, basically we put you there. That money could have been used to help us, in our pockets, help us at that grocery store, not saying we're looking for a hand out, but definitely an extended hand to help pull us up out of the hole for a little bit, at least, to keep our head over water. Because a lot of us are drowning right now with bills, with buying food for our families. And then you go in some of these grocery stores and you see, and you ain't trying to pocket watch anybody, like, but it crosses your mind, like, how can they afford 2 carts full of food? And here I am with a basket, like I'm Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. and all I have is a few items in it, and those few items are probably going to end up being over $50. It's sad to see that that's where we are. And we always say, help our neighbors, help our neighbors. Well, if every neighbor is underwater and barely making it, staying afloat, it becomes difficult to even help your neighbor. When your heart may want to do it, but your mind is like, well, if I do this, I'm seriously taking from my family and I don't know how I'm going to replace it. So I don't know where that came from, but I pray that things turn around for the better. That there will be, ample enough jobs for people that want to work. Because lately it's almost like, I don't know, do people not want to work? Are y'all not hiring? Are y'all just hiring specific people? What is happening? And no shade to anybody of any race at all. But doing Uber and DoorDash, I see more than I would have seen had I just been doing YouTube and, hanging around my house doing stuff. I'm out in different communities, areas, in almost every area. Yesterday, and these weren't bad areas at all, but yesterday I went in 2 McDonald's, and I can count on one hand how many white people I saw and how many black people I saw, because all I saw was Mexicans, and all they were speaking was I'm like, so do the ones that the few, and when I say few, on one hand was black and white, just one hand. And I'm like, where am I at right now? Do we not want to work? Do white people don't want to work? Do black people don't want to work? I'm wondering. Because I don't know. I'm just going to say I don't know, because I don't want to get into anything crazy, but I don't know where we are right this minute. Oh, it's crazy out here. Yep, Martin, I believe that. Because they feel, a lot of young people, Martin said, not a lot of young people want to work. I can attest that there are a lot of young people that don't want to work because they believe they supposed to be getting $20 an hour. Now, granted, the economy helps in us feeling we should get that as a teenager. But I know the economy wasn't good when I was growing up, and my mom was struggling to feed us 4 girls because my daddy had the boys. And I guess child support wasn't enough. Food stamps wasn't enough. She was still struggling. She was barely making anything minimum wage, or a little bit over, whatever that was at the time. And then when I started working, my first job was Burger King. I've only worked in one fast food restaurant, and that's Burger King. I knew enough to know this ain't for me. So, but at that time, I think, what was minimum wage? Like $3, $5? I don't know. In 1987, no, 86, because it was my senior year. I graduated in 87. Yeah. I thought I was making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have no bills to pay. So imagine having bills to pay, like my mom, and feeding 4 girls. And you're barely making minimum. Well, you're making minimum wage, or maybe just a little pinch over. You can't make it. But these young kids now, they ain't paying no bills. They still living at home with parents paying the bills. And they feel like, well, I'm supposed to be making $20 an hour, so I'm not going to do this. And so while you're not doing this, other people are getting hired to do this. And your whole experience when you go into these McDonald's or wherever you going, I haven't really seen it at any other place though, like Chick-fil-A when I pick up and these other restaurants, but definitely McDonald's. Okay. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know if I was in the United States or not at that point. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to learn some Spanish quick. And I'm too old for this. Y'all forgive me. It's a Monday morning. I'm just blabbing. Please don't hold this against me. Don't unsubscribe, okay? Just don't unsubscribe. I'm human, okay? I'm human. I'm just telling you the stuff I be thinking when I'm like going places and I'm looking around and I'm like, and I'm all for people working because they was enjoying, that job. Because sometimes you walk in and they don't want to speak. When I say they, I mean we don't want to speak, black, white, whatever. But they was enjoying their job, laughing, and I didn't know what they were saying. Probably laughing at us. We done came here and took over everything. We are the majority. Oh my God. Figure out how to unconnect it from my computer because I could cancel it over here and it's still going off over there. Anyway, y'all, Eileen, see, señorita, I know. Now, let me think. Do I know anything? Oh, Lordy. I'm just being honest. You are so right. Oh, do they, Lydia? I see everybody doing it, though. I wish I could be doing something right now because I need some money. I could have money in my pocket and I would still say, I need some money. That's just me. This is America. Speaks. What? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Make sure I saw that right. Loco said, like a comedian said to immigrant, this is America. Speaks. Oh my God. I needed that laugh. Oh my God. You are right. You are right. Speak Spanish. You're in America. And we all gonna have to learn something. I just hope that I can learn. Well, I can learn it. My problem is retaining it at my age. Oh my goodness. Thank you, LT. I appreciate that. Oh Lord, that is the same. Listen, you made my day with that one, Loco. I appreciate that laugh. I needed that laugh. You got me crying over here. I'm laughing. I'm learning Spanish and Italian on Duolingo. Okay, I know now. Okay, I went to Walmart. Oh, wait a minute. This child got me crying laughing. I went to Walmart and I was sending money. And the people in front of me, they didn't speak any English. And I thought it was I forgot this app even existed. I may need to find that app. They had an app on their phone where they could have a full conversation with the cashier that was helping them. And she I guess used to it too, because anyway. I'm biting words. So it took them forever and it was ticking me off. And then I was like, wait a minute, calm down. Because how would you feel if you were in a country and you didn't speak the language? You would want people to be patient with you. So I had to calm myself down. God put me in my place in that moment. Um, but that app, I might need to get that app because where they were sending money to Mexico, and they weren't understanding what the cashier was saying because she was saying what city in Mexico. They just sent it to Mexico. She was like, I need to know the city, you know, so she know where to route the money, what Walmart to route that money to. So about 5 minutes goes by and they're just having conversation, but they're using like the Apple Talk or whatever. And then the cashier, well, he would talk into the app. The app would spit out what he said in English, and then he would show it to the cashier. And I just thought that was so amazing. They have made stuff so easy for us, but we have to be willing to change. And change is not always easy. And I'm laughing and kikiing about, you know, everybody speaking Spanish in America, but change is not easy. And there are a lot of people who are not going to change. And you're not going to change their mind. And they're going to feel like if you're here, you need to learn English. Why I got to learn Spanish? You came here. I didn't come to you. I'm just telling you conversations I have heard because my ears be perked up when I'm inside these stores. Conversations I have heard other people say. This is not Tommy saying this. This is what other people have said. Okay. Don't make no sense. Come over here and won't even learn the language. Come over here and won't even learn the language, but then they want me to learn their language. Make it make sense. Why I got to do that? You know, people think like that. And those are people you're not going to change. So you just got to keep it moving. Keep it cute, keep it mute, and keep it moving. So I'll be listening to these conversations when I'm walking in Walmart, maybe doing a store walkthrough or just shopping on my own, or when I'm going to these restaurants and people are trying to place orders and they happen to be in a restaurant where there aren't any other people like them. And now the cashier's getting frustrated. You can see it on her face, even though she don't say nothing. You can see it on her face. I'll be standing over there waiting on my order like, let's see how long before she blow up. But you know, that and keep your head on a swivel because you don't know when the blow up is going to happen because people come to work and they bring all their issues from home to work. And then all it takes is one moment of frustration and impatience and any other thing you can think of. And it could be, you know, World War III up in a fast food restaurant. Yeah. Images being different Michigan. There are different dialects. Oh, okay. And that's another thing too. Go. Did I say it right? Go, mom. I was delivering from what's the name of this restaurant? I don't even know what country this is. I don't know if it's Indian or, but anyway, not American. And it's in the mall. I have picked up from this restaurant so many times. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. And when I'm taking the order, rarely am I delivering it to an American. I'm delivering it to whatever the country is, to that person. I don't know if it's Indian or Arab. I don't know what it is, but I know the food be smelling good. I know that. I said I want to try it out. But I picked up from the restaurant and taken it to a business where they ordered it from. But the two different businesses that ordered that I got personally and took to them, they have the same business. Why we can't be like that? Why we can't be like that where we pool our money and we create these businesses? Is the funding not there for us, or is just the funding there for people who aren't from the US? Because it was both businesses were, what is it? I don't want to say a weed shop, but you know where they sell the stuff. They sell like, I don't know if it's play weed or whatever. It just stank. I know I can't. It stank. I hate to go in there because you come out smelling just like it. Jesus. But why we can't do stuff like that? You know, I don't know. I'm all over the place in this video, so for that I apologize. I'm gonna get off now. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody, because that's not where my heart was at. But it came to me, you know, the conversations that I've heard. So I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Today, Monday, okay. You know, I try to be motivational Monday, every Monday. And I'm sure within this entire video, I have said something that is motivational, you know. But anyway. I can't with myself right now. I should not even gone live. I should not have gone live. Oh. Medical weed, you need a prescription to get. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I said I had to go 10 minutes ago, I believe. Yep. Like 20 minutes ago, I said I had to go. I should have left then. I should have left then, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't let this one video keep you from subscribing. And if you are subscribed, don't let this one video take you away from me. You better be my cousin in the morning when I come back. You better be my cousin when I come back this afternoon, okay? I ain't gonna be with the its. I ain't gonna be with the its later, okay? I'm gonna keep it news you can use and keep my thoughts and opinions to myself. And not everything I said is my thoughts and opinions. Some of that is other people's thoughts and opinions that I chose to share. And that's on me. I should have kept that to myself. Have a blessed day, Renee. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Martin, Sherry, Gone Mom. I love you guys. Thank you, Dasha. Thank you, Lydia. Oh, my Lordy. What have I done? What have I done? Hey, Molly. The funding is not there. Yeah, I believe that. Hey, oh, Lord. Speak language learning, Babel. I think he might have been using an iTranslate, probably. Because that's what most Americans use when they go to other countries, right? Like the iTranslate. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me get off of that. Hey, Rita. Hey, Retta. Is it Retta? Yeah. And you get hired faster, I know, when you do speak multiple languages. Like when I would apply, because I was in the medical field at one point for over 20 years. So when I would apply, that's like one of the first things they would ask you, do you speak, you know, another language? Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to hire you before they hire somebody else. Just because you speak multiple languages. So, yeah. Let's see. Were you using Mexico and they told you that, Kathy? I'm gonna leave Loco's comment up there because it's just so funny. It's so funny. But anyway, y'all take care. Stay safe. Remember that God loves you, but I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be. Be the best you. Don't worry about Nancy over here. Don't worry about Jennifer on the block over there. Don't worry about them people. Worry about you. Put your blinders on, and whatever it is you are focused on for today or focused on for the week, stay focused on that. But most importantly, stay focused on him. Okay? Because you're going to need him to get through the week. You can't do it without him. Even though you do it without him, and you can do it without him, it won't be done the way it needs to be done. So y'all take care. I'll see y'all later on today. Turn your notifications on. And if you haven't hit that like button, what you waiting on? Go on and hit that like button. Please. Please, sir, ma'am. Please, sir, ma'am. Hit the like button. Help this crazy video. I want to see if this video can get out to at least 10,000 people. The only way I can do it is with y'all. Y'all have the power. That's what we need to remember. You have the power to make or break a person's channel. You have the power to make or break the things that's happening in your life. You have the power. If you don't like what someone you put in office is doing, to get them out. And I'm not just talking about the president of the United States, because even though people like to think that is the power, he does make the decisions. Them people sitting back making millions in the House, in the Senate, them the people that you put there. So if they're not serving you any good, get them out of there. You have the power. Power to the people is not just a saying. It is the truth. And that's why they didn't want Black folks saying power to the people. But every community has the power. They don't want us to know we actually have the power to get their butts out of there if they're not doing right. See, here I go. Getting political. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye. I love y'all. Bye.